Hello and welcome. This is Borno Restoration, where we give you updates on development from across Borno State. I am Jesse Tofida. All this will come your way after we bring you the latest on Borno Today. These suspects, numbering 14, were arrested by men of the Nigerian police force for allegedly committing various crimes. The crime ranges from theft, culpable homicide, rape, armed robbery and kidnapping. Police Public Relations Officer Nahum Daso briefed the press on this development.
Borno State Police Command, under the leadership of CP Yusufu Mohammed Lawal, PSC, has recognized significant achievements worthy of mentioning to assure the public the commitment of the police command in the discharge of its primary statutory duties at ensuring sustainable peace in the state as part of the wider objective of Borno Restoration.
Among the suspects is this gang of youths who specialize in vandalizing public property. The police say this has to be dealt with. The
command remains committed in ensuring public safety and security and further warns criminals to desist from their nefarious acts or face the wrath of the law. Members of the public are therefore advised to exercise vigilance.
The suspects will be charged to court after preliminary investigations are completed. The Borno State Police Command has assured to bring these perpetrators to book so as to serve as deterrent to others. They also want the public to always report suspicious movement around them, as security is a duty for all. The impact of climate change and deforestation cannot be overlooked, as cutting down of trees has become a pressing issue despite government warning. To address this, the Great Green Wall and the Borno State government organized this tree planting campaign in Konduga and Jere local council areas. It took time to lecture residents on the importance of tree planting.
Trying to enlighten our communities or to talk to our community brothers and sisters, especially the women, on the need to adopt clean cooking. So in a nutshell, that is what the initiative and the theme of this year's celebration is all about. We want to bring to the attention of our community people on the need to embrace the clean cooking initiative.
The State Commissioner for Environment, Mohammed Kois, disclosed that the state government is planning to plant 10 million trees across the state with the aim of mitigating deforestation.
We are now in full force in partnership with the national agency to say that we harmonize our activities and then go into the issues of deforestation, desertification, climate change mitigation activities within the state. We are now ready with the 10 million seedlings. His Excellency will flag off this activity by this end of July, and this will show to you that His Excellency is ever ready to show that the issue of environmental degradation and other activities are in full force under his administration.
LPG gas cylinders were also distributed to vulnerable women in communities visited with the aim of promoting clean cooking culture.
The modern generation, cooking gas is the most important to the community, because in the past people are using firewood and charcoal, and pollution is causing many damages and problems.
The need for government to implement strict measures to regulate cutting down of trees is one sure way stakeholders believe will address deforestation. The war on terrorists that bedeviled Nigeria has not abated as the military keeps up its onslaughts. There is now relative peace in the northeast as a result of the joint operation had in Kai. As a result of the ongoing fight, thousands of hostages taken by Boko Haram terrorists have also been freed. These additional 277 persons were rescued during an intensive operation in Bama, Dikwa, and Mongunu. They consist of 128 women and 149 children.
The mandate of the Joint Task Force Northeast Operation Hadinkai is to return normalcy and restore socioeconomic activities within the Northeast region. To do this, we have a two-pronged approach. One is the kinetic operations, and the second one is the non-kinetic operations. And as every professional military, we are combining both operations. And what you are witnessing here today is the larger part of the non-kinetic operations.
The Borno State government is happy with this development. It pledges to provide adequate rehabilitation to the survivors to help them pick the pieces of their lives.
We appreciate the effort of the military in rescuing these women and children, because this will bring an end to the insurgency that we are facing now in the Northeast. So when we take them to the interim care center, so we provide a lot of services like mental health and psychosocial support, PSS activities for children, livelihood support, educational services for children, and we embark on family tracing and identification of the unaccompanied and separated children back to their communities.
The handing over of these 277 persons is testament of the result of the ongoing fight against insurgency, which the army promised to sustain the tempo. Gathered here are stakeholders from security agencies, civil society organizations, traditional and religious groups, business associations, youths and journalists. They are here at the instance of the state governor, Babagana Zulum. His message is simple. In order to preserve the relative calm that the state is currently experiencing, he asks his subjects to abstain from all forms of protest.
I stand before you today at a crucial moment for our beloved Borno State. Over the years, we have faced numerous challenges, from insurgency to economic hardships. Despite these obstacles, we have witnessed a gradual return of peace and stability. This progress is a testament to the resilience and collective efforts of every citizen, leader, and organization within our community. However, the proposed mass protest threatens to undermine this hard-won progress, and it is imperative that we consider the potential consequences carefully. While the right to protest is fundamental in a democracy, we must acknowledge the high likelihood of such actions being manipulated by anarchists and enemies of peace. These elements thrive on chaos and discord, seeking to derail our collective efforts and exploit our vulnerabilities. Such manipulation could lead to violence, property destruction, and a setback in the progress we have painstakingly reached. It is within this context that I urge you all to reflect deeply on the fact we chose to take. No self-respecting leader can pretend not to know or understand the growing number of discontent occasioned by the incredibly difficult economic situation we have found ourselves as a nation. No one can deny the harsh impact of the necessary decisions that the leadership has had to make in order to redirect the course of national growth and development. Food is neither readily available nor affordable. While this hardship exists today, we are also very well aware that the negative impacts are temporary, inshallah. It is our hope that we will ride the wave of this hardship to arrive at the shores of our state. We will do whatever it takes, inshallah, and we are doing whatever it takes and more to protect the dignity, pride, and independence of our people. The leadership is not asleep. The leadership has not given up to fight for a better Borno state, despite our underlying problems. The leadership at the federal level has not given up on Nigeria. The good people of Borno state cannot allow the return to the dark days of tears, fears, and losses of lives and livelihoods and properties. To bring back Borno state, as your elected leader have done, with your support, and continue to do the very best for the people of Borno state, inshallah. There is not enough time to this what we have done. Today, the federal government has taken a number of bold steps to address the challenges of food inflation and availability of medicines for our nation. All taxes, tariffs, levies, and charges of food importation have been suspended. Government has suspended the taxes on drugs and medicines, as well to bring down the prices. As a government, we continue to listen to a wide spectrum of opinions. We do not pretend to listen. We actually listen to you and redirect our efforts to critical areas of importance raised by you in Borno State. I appeal that the process of dialogue should continue. We welcome every shot of opinion on good ideas. But so we are mindful that change takes time. If there is something more that we can immediately do to magically or expressly improve the livelihoods of the people of Borno State, I, Professor Zulum, is willing to do it. For our nation at large, I kindly ask for your understanding and appeal against any mass protests that can derail our attention from finding solutions to our social challenges. War does not determine who is right, but rather who is not. Similarly, mass protests will produce worse outcomes and even critical losses for all stakeholders. For the avoidance of doubts, Egypt is still reeling from the consequences of its own mass protests from years ago. Libya has not been the same after the mass protests. External forces escalated basic social contention to war level. Now Libya has become a shadow of itself. Learning from the lessons of the insurgency, the outcome of Libya, Somalia, Sudan, South Sudan, and many others, I again kindly ask for peace and dialogue in our dear country, Nigeria. I call on all of us to be the leader we wish to see, offer solutions we wish to have, and provide alternatives that help all of us. To the youth of Borno State, you are the backbone of our society, the shapers of both today and tomorrow. Your energy, creativity, and passion are invaluable assets of our community. However, let your conscience guide you in these trying times. Always choose dialogue as a means to negotiate your demands. Peaceful and constructive engagement is the cornerstone of sustainable development. Remember, the future we desire is built on the foundations we lay today. Let those foundations be solidly rooted in peace, dialogue, and mutual respect. To our esteemed community leaders and trade union activists, your role in guiding and influencing our people is crucial. When dialogue fails to yield results, violence and protest will not succeed either. History has shown us time and again that sustainable solutions arise from persistent, peaceful dialogue and negotiations. The current challenges facing our nation stem from multiple factors, and each one of us is a stakeholder with a role to play in addressing these issues collectively. Let us not lose sight of our shared responsibility. Our current socio-economic circumstances are not the result of lack of empathy for our plight or inaction to address pressing issues. The government at the state and federal levels have taken necessary measures to tackle challenges such as food security, unemployment, and health care. These measures, however, require time, patience, and the collective effort of all stakeholders to be upon. It is vital that we do not aggravate the situation or jeopardize the entire peace in our state. Any attempt to join the protest will have adverse consequences for the lives and properties of our people. Therefore, I'm appealing to all stakeholders to ponder over the consequences the intended protest might cause our beloved state and think on how we collectively can address the challenges facing us. I call on the Nigerian Labour Congress that they should remain law-abiding. Borno State under our leadership is ever ready to implement whatever decision that has been adopted at national level. As our minimum wage, in consultation with the Nigerian Governors Forum. Inshallah, Borno State under our leadership is not let down the civil servants. And therefore, I want you to be very careful in your actions, which is very important. As a community, we must remember that an injury to one is an injury to all. Our strength lies in our unity, our ability to stand together in the face of adversity. Let us stand together guided by our shared commitment to peace, stability, and progress. Let us choose dialogue over discord and unity over division. Together we can overcome the challenges we face and build a brighter future for our state.
Representatives of all clubs and associations here are in agreement with the governor. They promised not to engage in any activity that will interfere with the peace of the state.
Your Excellency, on behalf of the members of the Borno State House of Assembly and the members of the National Assembly, let me first welcome all what you have said in this gathering. On behalf of the members of the State House of Assembly and the National Assembly. Of course, Your Excellency, we have heard that there will be an agitation for a nationwide protest in the country, citing that the hardship that we are facing across the country. And Your Excellency, the hardship that we are facing in the country is not only Borno, it's not only Nigeria, it is a global issue. It is all over. So we in Borno State, the protests cannot help any matters. The protests cannot solve any problem. What we needed in Borno State is only the prayers. So we have to pray for our peace and stability in Borno State. We must consider the fragile security situation of Borno State. Let us face to control and overcome the challenges and the security situation we have in our hand in Borno State, but not the protest. Protest is a distraction to either to a state or a country. So we need the members of the National Assembly and the members of the State House of Assembly, protest is not taken as anywhere. Especially when we talk to our youths, that is the students and the other organizations and other youths in Borno State. We have to join hand with His Excellency the Executive Governor of Borno State to develop our state. Let us enjoy the peace, stability, and the developmental project that His Excellency is going to do in Borno State. So that I will appeal to each and everybody, either you are a stakeholder or a youth or any organization, we should completely disregard this protest agitation that are taking place by the end of this month.
When people are talking about protests here and there, we have seen all these things. They gave us 3 minutes, but honestly, I must say this because I know the situation we have over the period of 15 years or so. You see, last 15 years, 14 or 15 years back, this These people came to Borno from nowhere. Nowhere in the sense that one is nothing to do with religion. It's complete criminality, we know. But alhamdulillah, through the effort of His Excellency, so many of these boys came back and found themselves and they are now, right now in the society. They are working business. Alhamdulillah, we thank His Excellency, we comment for that. But about 15 or 14 years back, one, we all know, or most of you know that, we are not having business even because of the fear.
Even after the protest, you still have to come back and dialogue. So why waste time and energy taking the path of destruction rather than constructive engagement? Issues are not resolved in protests. Issues are resolved in dialogue. The issue at hand of the planned protest is a wake-up call to all of us as Nigerians, our political leaders, our traditional leaders, our religious leaders, all of us, is a wake-up call. And I think His Excellency, being the kind of purposeful leader that he is, a responsible leader that he is, he deemed it fit to invite us this morning. Issues like this are always a cry for justice. And I consider his address to us this morning not just as a speech, but as a commitment, as a leader of the state. I want to assure you that the Christian community in Borno State are with you, Your Excellency. We are praying for you and for your administration.
For the past 15 years, this insurgency, we have been struggling to do that. We have achieved this level of peace throughout the Northeast region. And to get to this point, it has cost us dearly in blood and treasure. In blood, so many security agencies have died, over 3,000 plus and still counting. Most of them between the ages of 18 and 25. People sitting down here, you have children of that age. And for the populace, in the entire North region, we're having over 300,000 people that have lost their lives. Everybody sitting down here, either you know somebody that have died, or you have personally that have died in your families, as has been alluded by previous speakers. One thing is sure, any breakdown of law and order can be hijacked by miscreants. And once that is done, the end result will never be good.
Experience has shown that in Nigeria, there is no history of peaceful protests. All forms of protests are being hijacked for selfish or ulterior motives. As Borno State Security Forum and allied forces, it is our collective commitment that we are keeping the catalyst for us to serve the good people of Borno State has been now announced. And we are going to work assiduously to ensure that we achieve this, but we cannot do it. We need the community.
What all of us should do is when we go out there, you should take initiative, leadership, to ensure that those who are around you, whether you are a leader, or parent, or guardian, or whatever, talk to them. Talk to our children. Talk to our youth. Individually and collectively. That is the meaning of calling us here. Otherwise, all what His Excellency has said has encapsulated everything we need to talk here. The Commander-in-Chief of Crisis, the Commander-in-Chief of Arson is Shaitan, Iblis. People are saying that peaceful demonstration, peaceful protest. There is nothing like peaceful protest. When children go out to the streets without weapons, weapons are available everywhere. Stones, sticks, sand. They can pick anything on the streets and make the destruction. And Shaitan will certainly command them to do the destruction. So if it is sponsored or whatever, it is our duty, everyone.
I have to commend all those who have supported him to bring peace to the world. This early afternoon, this August gathering is an important one to make sure that peace prevails in Borno. All of us can now sleep in Maiduguri with our 2 eyes closed compared to 10, 11 years ago. Some of us have left our houses. Some of us have moved from one town to the other, one local government to the other, voluntarily. His Excellency has deemed it fit to continue with his administration, but also to ensure that we have to build upon the relative peace and security which Borno is now enjoying. Anything short of that, all of us will have to make contributions, will have to ensure that we have peace in Borno and in Maiduguri, and all other capitals of the local governments that we have.
The meeting resolved that a positive way of resolving issues is to engage in constructive dialogue rather than taking to the streets. And that's our package on this episode of Borno Restoration. Many thanks for watching. I am Jesse Tafida. See you next time. Bye-bye.